game's about applying pressure and dealing with pressure, and Penrith have been the best at both for the last 5 or 6 years, but tonight, when the pressure was applied to them, they got out of their rhythm, they got out of their game plan. And that can be inexperience in the playmaker roles in the 7 and 6. It can be a little bit of panic from players because the scoreboard was ticking against them. We don't normally see it from them, but it happened. All of a sudden we found them spreading the ball out of trouble, flick passes, trying to keep the ball alive. And that's not the Penrith way. That's not the way they do it. The second half they got into a better rhythm, but to be honest, South Sydney took their foot off the pedal. They were pretty ordinary themselves, and that allowed Panthers to get back into it. And I mentioned it in the coverage. You know, Brian Tyler, that's his second hamstring this year. Dylan Edwards, little groin injury. These are wear and tear injuries. These fellas, these top players in this Panthers side have played a lot of top-class football over the last 5 or 6 seasons. A lot of high-pressure football at a very intense rate. They're not robots. They're human beings. It can't go on forever. And when you start to dilute the strength of the roster through salary cap, which happens because they've had success and they've lost players and younger fellas step up, and the older players have had so much hard football, you know, it's just really raining on them at the moment. And I think the Vegas trip, they've come back from Vegas in pretty poor form. They won in Vegas, but they haven't played very well since they got home. I'm not blaming Vegas, but there's a whole culmination of things here that could be factors as to why we're seeing what we're seeing. It's showing in their discipline, it's showing in their ball control, and it's showing in their defensive record. This is not the Panthers' defence that's won them 4 premierships in a row.
We've got Nathan there, never stops thinking or talking footy, does he?
and it'll make a big difference to everyone when he's back. It just will. But, you know, they're now in a position where officially they're in a transition phase.